What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be having a look at the MiNi301 digital trail camera. Now I picked up a couple of these off AliExpress last fall and set them up this past summer. I actually set these up June 21st. Today is September 9th. And we're going to have a look at the footage I've gotten over the summer here. But before we get to that, I did want to show you, I've got one of the cameras right here. The other one I've set back up into the bush. And I just want to show you what's all included here and what you're getting for your money. So, starting with what you're getting here. Well, you're getting a little user manual. I did have a quick look at it when I first set it up. It just goes over everything you need to know to get this camera up and running, all the functions of the camera. It's all in here, guys. So with that aside, you're also getting a little USB cable. And you're also getting one of these standard straps. These are good for going around posts, around trees. They work well. All right, so the little MiNi301 here, we'll keep it quick, guys. All your functions are on the front here, your buttons there. You've got a little sensor right here. You got your IR lights right there. It does have a display screen, which is really nice for looking at your footage prior to grabbing that SD card out of it. And your camera obviously in the center, and it has a little hood over the top here, I guess, just to keep the rain away from it. Now this is waterproof, by the way, so we'll look at that in a sec. It does have a gasket, 1/4 threaded insert right there, so you can hook it up to like a mount or something, a different style mount if you don't want to use the strap, or even onto a tripod. Now you got your clips on this side. It does have a little locking tab right there. On the back side is where you would run your little loop through, your little attachment belt. And opening it up, it does take 4 AA batteries to power this one up. Like I mentioned, it is waterproof. There's a gasket right around there. And on the underside here, well, there's where your micro SD card goes in. That's where that USB goes in. And then you have your switch here, which has an off, test, and on setting. So if you're going to be doing anything other than just setting up the camera and walking away, you're going to want to put it onto test, and that'll allow you to go through all the functions. So the menu settings on this camera are pretty much the same as any other trail camera. The only difference with this trail camera is just a smaller size. You can see it's about the size of the palm of my hand. So we won't go through everything. I know we can't see it right now because it's too bright out here, but just going through your photo resolution on this one, it goes from 2 megapixels all the way up to 24 megapixels. Your video resolution can go from 640 by 480 all the way up to 1920 by 1080. So just 1080 high def, which is plenty. I don't need any more than that. This is not a 4K camera. This is a budget option that works. Now that I've had a chance to test it for just over 2 months, you're gonna see some awesome footage. Best footage I've ever gotten from a trail camera on this property. The amount of animals that were coming through here over the last two and a bit months was unbelievable. I'll just give you we've got bear, we've got moose, we've got fox, we've got deer, and you're gonna see it all coming up here in a moment. Other thing, guys, just to mention on this one, it can shoot just video, just pictures, or it can shoot both video and pictures, so you can set that up. You can also change your video length. I want to see what I have this one set up. So I have it set up for 15 seconds right now. I'm going to bump that up to 20 seconds. I think 15 for some of the video I have may have been slightly too short. So like I said, guys, we're not going to go through all the options. I'm seeing here that we can film a time lapse with this one. You could hold this camera and just walk around and manually film as well. But we're using it like it was meant to be used. We're attaching it to a tree. Both of them actually attached to trees, looking at spots I know where game comes through, and you're not going to be disappointed. So why don't we get into having a look at what was on the property here this summer. All right, we're going to start looking at the footage now. This is the camera I have at the back of the property. I have this one set up on pictures and video. So we'll start with, you see the bear here captured a picture, and what happens is it'll take the picture and then it'll start the video. I'm only going to show you a couple pictures, and there we go, there's the video, and the rest here will be videos and then maybe a picture or two. like about the camera here is the telemetry at the bottom. We're seeing the battery health, we're seeing the temperature, not only in Celsius but in Fahrenheit as well. We're seeing the date, so it's July 23rd there, and we're seeing the time. It's just after 10:30 in the morning on that last clip. All right away, this is the main game trail. This is very close to my cabin. Check it out, we got a big bull moose there. That thing is huge, that's impressive.
morning, September 9th today. And this little guy was hanging around all morning before I actually got out. You're gonna see me walking through here shortly, and this not long after these guys were hanging around here. Guys, so that was only about an hour and a half before I walked through. I was just walking through to check on things.
All right guys, we're gonna go get this MiNi301 mounted again. The other one's mounted in the back of the bush. This is what I'm calling the main game trail here, and you can see we're just walking up to it here in a minute. It's not too far from where we're set up here. There's the cabin, some of the outbuildings, the shop. And right at the end here is what I'm calling the main game trail. So that's where we're seeing the fox, the moose, the bear, a bunch of deer, the rabbit. We're all right here. And in the back of the property, we saw that bear a couple times, 2-3 times, and then a bunch of deer, as well as that whiskey jack landing on the camera. So this is it, guys. Not too far from where our structures are there. This is the main game trail right here. And for the most part, most of the wildlife is coming through and into the bush that way. So we were set up right here, right on this stump or this cutoff tree here. And that's where we're gonna set up again. Seemed to be a good spot. All right guys, well that's the MiNi301 trail camera. Very impressed with these little cameras. I've got one set up here on the main game trail, the other one set up at the back of the property, and both of them got some great footage over the summer. Like I mentioned, I had these set up from June 21st until today, September 9th, and we got some amazing footage, best footage I've ever gotten from a trail camera on this property. So we're gonna leave it at that, guys. You like this video, make sure you big thumbs up. You want to get some more info on the MiNi301 or even grab one for yourself, links are down below in the description. Check it out there, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.